Abkhazia is a disputed territory on the eastern coast of the Black Sea, south of the Greater Caucasus Mountains, in northwestern Georgia. It covers 8,660 square kilometers and has a population of around 240,000. Its capital is Sukhumi. The separatist Abkhazian polity, formerly the Republic of Abkhazia, is recognized as a state only by Russia and 3 other Union member states. While Georgia lacks control over Abkhazia, the Georgian government, the United Nations and the majority of the world's governments consider Abkhazia part of Georgia, whose constitution designates the area as the Autonomous Republic of Abkhazia. First international recognition August 26, 2008. Abkhazia is also a member of the Unrepresented Nations and Peoples Organization, UNPO. A majority of sovereign states recognize Abkhazia as an integral part of Georgia and support its territorial integrity according to the principles of international law, although Belarus has expressed sympathy toward the recognition of Abkhazia. Some have officially noted Abkhazia as under occupation. Before the introduction of Abkhazian passports, Abkhazia still used Soviet passports. These arrived in 1991 in Adjara, where they were not needed since Adjara and the rest of Georgia were introducing separate Georgian passports. They were then given by Adjar leader Aslan Abashij to the Abkhazian authorities, although it is not known how or when. People who could not obtain a Soviet passport, for example because they had not yet turned 16 when the Soviet Union disbanded Oregon, many of the inhabitants of the Gali district received them. Since the 2008 war, Moscow has been Abkhazia's protector and patron. It recognized Abkhazia's independence, established diplomatic relations, and moved quickly to consolidate its military foothold following the conflict. Part of this involved signing a treaty to establish joint Russian-Abkhaz forces. Today Russia has some 4,000 soldiers on the territory, with soldiers patrolling the Georgian-Abkhazian border along the Inguri River. Despite its heavy dependence on Russia for international recognition and trade, Abkhazia maintains a relatively high degree of independence in its domestic politics. Indeed, Russian meddling in Abkhazia's domestic affairs has at times backfired in spectacular ways. When Russia recognized Abkhazia in 2008, it stopped issuing Russian passports there. Now the Abkhaz can only obtain Russian citizenship by actually living there and going through the normal procedures. This means that the younger generation of Abkhaz only have Abkhaz passports, which means they can only effectively travel to Russia. While the Abkhaz see Russia as their security guarantor, they also live in fear of being swallowed. Russia has a 255.4 kilometers, 158.7 miles, border with Abkhazia. There is a dispute between the two parties over a tract of land 180 square kilometers, 69 square miles, in size. Georgia claims that there is no such thing as an Abkhazia-Russia border, as like international community granted country status to Kosovo, Abkhazia one day will get its status of a